So we transitioned to GrowthZone in 2017. We were using a software called IMIS at the time, and it was a custom software that was made for us several years earlier. So one of there were several reasons we wanted to change. One of them was that IMIS was not something that could be easily updated. It was not a very dynamic piece of software. It was very expensive. And so we wanted something, number one, that was cloud-based, completely cloud-based, that came with support and the ability for us to update the data as we went along. We also wanted something that was more user-friendly for our staff because we had many different people working within the database. IMIS used a lot of software codes that people just didn't understand. I think what I like personally about GrowthZone is that it's updating constantly. And so I think that the developers are always looking for ways to make things better, and they take feedback from us, the customer, and put that to use. So that's something that's really helpful to us as we go along and use it in new ways. One of the things that I've really enjoyed about the marketing automation module is that it's allowed us to stop and take a look. I like to periodically audit our communication channels and how we're interacting with our members. And so it allowed us to stop and look at, from a member standpoint, when were we having touch points throughout their year of membership and how could we make that better? So being able to schedule a series of emails, but then work in things like tasks for members or for our staff to be reminded that they need to make a phone call, or maybe they should schedule a visit. It's made things a lot more easy to handle 2,200 members. Well, anecdotally, I've heard from members that it's really been night and day, that they have they see more communication from us. We are more a regular part of their routine throughout the week. I think the member hub for us has allowed us to have an answer when members come to us and they ask for this, that, or whatever. We know that the number one reason members join our chamber is that they want exposure. They want help marketing their business. And so, we were having members come to us and saying, could you send an email blast for me to, tell the rest of the members about this event I'm holding? And the answer was always no, but we didn't have a solution because we weren't going to send an email blast for every one of our 2,200 members. It just didn't make sense. So now I can tell them, hey, you know what? That would be perfect for you to post in the member hub, whether it's in the hot deals section, member news, or in the events section. And then I'm able to push that out through our e-newsletter. So they at least feel like we have an answer for them. It may not be exactly what they want, but we can say, well, we're not going to do that, but what about this? And I think that's really helped us in servicing what our member needs are. I would say the biggest difference for staff is that they're able to find the information they need. The first few years I was here when we were using IMIS, I was the marketing director and I couldn't pull a report because I didn't know how to, all the codes I needed to use to even pull the report. So we had someone who was their specialty was a database. They'd have to pull a report for me. It was ridiculous. And it was just too cumbersome to do it. So I think we have a better feel of who our members are, how we're interacting with them. We're able to pull that information out and get a big picture so that it can guide the decisions we're making. This is the first year in probably 10 years since I've been around the chamber that we have beat our new member goals every quarter so far this year. And I think part of that can be attributed to the fact that we are tracking our the work that we're doing to attract new members through our through GrowthZone. So it's all in one piece. Absolutely, our member sales team is telling our members or prospective members when they're selling a membership that they have access to things like the member hub. Again, it goes back to number one reason they want to join is exposure, and those tools are readily available to them and they have unlimited access and it's included within their membership. So a couple of different ways I think Growth Zone's helping with retention. One is that our retention team has all the information in front of them when they're looking at calling on a member that's up for renewal. So, what we found is that in many cases when a member doesn't renew, sometimes it's not really because the member didn't want to renew, it's because we weren't contacting the right person. So our retention team was able to look at that record and say, okay, so our primary contact or our billing contact who's getting that invoice may not have had any interaction with us. However, this employee at that member business went through our Leadership Dayton program, and this employee is engaging with our Generation Dayton Young Professionals program, or maybe they're attending, different events. So they're able to then portray that to whoever's paying the bill and say, do you realize how involved your employees are?